Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 17th of April. In this update, the worst of the weather is yet to come for Aucklanders as a subtropical low moves down the upper North Island. Lines crews are working to restore power to tens of thousands of Northland and Auckland homes. Fire and emergencies responded to dozens of weather-related call-outs overnight, the majority for fallen trees, with some taking out power lines. Met Service meteorologist Brian Mercer says Northland has seen gusts up to 150 kilometres an hour in exposed places, and the winds are picking up in Auckland.
So strongest winds are probably in up to about 9-10 a.m. and then sort of gradually easing after that.
Almost all New Zealand state schools are operating at or above their campus capacity. Newstalk ZB can reveal 17% of schools had enrolled more students than their official classroom capacity in 2024. Jamie Cunningham has more.
It's 3% less than in 2020. However, the number of schools operating at capacity rose from 68 to 71% in that period. The Ministry of Education assesses whether a school is above capacity using the total build area against the student roll.
The emergence of a global trade war and resulting uncertainty could delay our road to economic recovery. Infometrics has revised its GDP forecast for next year from 2.6 to 1.0% per annum, with an expectation of weaker exports. Chief forecaster Gareth Kiernan says US President Donald Trump's tariff policy and its on and off nature does not instill much confidence in making financial decisions.
We're expecting to see just a bit more softness in the labour market as businesses are more reluctant to hire, and also expecting to see a bit more weakness in the housing market as people are just cautious about taking on more debt.
The Reserve Bank's latest inflation figures will be released later today. Solar electricity generator Lodestone Energy is becoming an energy retailer as well. It will initially focus on commercial and industrial sectors, but will consider expanding further if market conditions allow. Campaigners in the UK are celebrating the Supreme Court's decision to define the term woman based on biological sex. It comes after the Scottish Government argued the 2010 Equality Act's sex-based protections should apply to trans women. Supreme Court Judge Lord Hodge announced the unanimous decision.
But we counsel against reading this judgment as a triumph of one or more groups in our society at the expense of another. It is not.
Convicted double murderer Mark Lundy will have another chance at freedom this afternoon when he appears before the parole board. Previous bids in 2022 and 23 failed. Lundy, who in 2000 fatally bludgeoned his wife and daughter at their home in Palmerston North, has always maintained his innocence. The hearing is this afternoon. And in sport, Rico Ioane will take up a sabbatical option in his New Zealand rugby contract next year with Irish club Leinster. The Commonwealth Games on the cusp of resuscitation for King and former Empire beyond 2026. The governing body claims 7 countries are now jostling to host the 2030 and 2034 editions. Netball New Zealand Chief Executive Jenny Wiley claims the board will review their ruling over Grace Weke's Silverfern's ineligibility while she plays in Australia. And I'm Nivareti Manu. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from Newstalk ZB Newsroom.